sir.
Thank you, Leader Pelosi. I'm just wondering for your impressions of President Trump's trip so far, his first foreign trip, and if you think it's been a successful trip and some of the messages he's been trying to deliver.
Do I think it's a successful trip? Here's the thing. I was in like 4 countries, 5 countries, whatever, during the break. And during that time, if anybody said anything to me, not the heads of state, because they understand that respectful of our head of state, and so we don't engage in any conversations of that kind with them. But any members of civil society or any people that we had met with outside of the officialdom of those countries, and they would bring up President Trump and their criticism. I said, you know what? That's not why we're here. We don't criticize our president when we go abroad. We may have our disagreements, which we fully air in our own country, but we don't go overseas and criticize our president. So if that's what you came to this meeting to do, that's not what we are here to do. Same thing, while he's there, we'll have some things to say about his visit. I have said I thought it was unusual for the President of the United States to go to Saudi Arabia first. Saudi Arabia? It wasn't even alphabetical. I mean, Saudi Arabia. Now, notice the previous 5 presidents, President Reagan, President George Herbert Walker Bush, President Clinton, President George W. Bush, and President Obama, 4 of them went to Canada first, and 1 of them went to Mexico. George W. Bush went to Mexico first. In our hemisphere, it didn't have to be in our hemisphere, but our friends and neighbors. What was the decision-making process to go to Saudi Arabia first? That's a question that I have. And what policy flows from that? There are further questions I'll have when the president returns. No. Yes, sir.
You mentioned the cost-sharing reductions.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you, of course, you had